That's right. Right now we have the USA under-23 side who taking on the unbeaten D-Block Santa Rosa with a lot of Fijian flair. And the USA under-23 side lost to the SoCal Griffins and the Sabercats, whereas the Sabercats and the Oregon Sharks were beaten by the Santa Rosa side. And Dallas Stanford joined by James Patterson for this one.
Yeah, the story of this D-Block, the D in front of D-Block stands for defense. They have been phenomenal on defense. We all know the flair they possess, that Fijian style. Guys like Gionasiwa and, of course, Kalinisau are really crucial to how they attack and defend in the line. But on the other side, the US 23s, they've been a little bit guilty about some ill discipline today. A lot of cards. Number 7, Mike Matarazzo has been very good. Sean Clark's been good. They're littered with talent, so surprising to see them 0-2.
See if they can pick things up here to redeem themselves a bit. Referee Pierce Mara has the whistle. And it's USA under-23 in blue on the left of your screen. It's a kick-off from left to right. D-Block Santa Rosa, led by Patrick Cully and Weiss Kadawa, their coaches. Meanwhile, Colton Cariaga and Brendan Keane for the USA team. William Rasalika, still going strong. The ageless wonder at 47 years young. Santa Rosa, early chance for them to get touches. They spread it wide. Going to the contact on the far side. Tremendous talent in this team. A lot of young players as well, as they bring it back to Rasalika. Wants a loop, then he cuts back infield. Fires it back to that far side. He finds Sagare. Sagare throws a dummy himself. Masu Sagare being held just outside the 22. Rasalika shifts it across. They've got Kalinisau if they need, but looking to step up the middle. Bale. And Rasalika shifts it away with the Seattle Seawolves. It's MLR side. Seru with ball in one hand. Josh Seru looking for support. Wasn't coming, so they keep it tidy. The D-Block Santa Rosa. Osia Kalinisau, gold medal captain from Fiji in the 2016 Olympic Games, comes back on the switch. Fires it back in field. So one of the young guns goes into the contact. Does Lopati Hoover.
It was 10-on-10 there in the camp, just didn't release him, allow him to place the ball.
Kalinisau taps and goes quickly. Looks for Navan Bale. Famous for the steps. Fabiano Navan Bale looking for the switch back on the inside. No bottom of space. Jeremy Nale. They call him the thief. Pops it back in beautifully. Sugane is there. Just outside the 22 for Santa Rosa. Now numbers arriving and there's space opening up. Plenty of holes to exploit, and they'll do that through Fabiano Navan Bale. Scores underneath the uprights for the opening try.
I think they went 10+ phases there. In the end, just too much for this USA under-23 side. Navan Bale, you see him there. Just a benefactor of really clinical play from this D-Block side. They're able to move the ball side to side. They're very patient on attack. They're just waiting for someone to shoot out a line. And at the end there, that's what happened. Someone shot out a line, and then as it's a characteristic of the game. Anytime there's a break, there's not one player, there's 2 or 3 players running perfect support lines.
And Osia Kalinisau adds the extra 2 for Navan Bale's try, the 23-year-old security guard who was with the World Rugby Under-20 Junior Trophy with Fiji.
That is the replay of the Sagare. Again, just recycling, getting the ball back. They had it. And then Seru, he touched the ball many times in that play and unselfishly passes the ball off to Navan Bale. And first blood to D-Block.
USA look to receive this. They'll get the penalty because there's a support runner in front of the kicker. Here comes Colson Warner, gets it to Naposki. The dummy throw in there is Matarazzo, takes it into the traffic.
Leave it. Get off your feet, you have to hold your weight.
Naposki, the razor, goes quickly. Looks for a big jump step. He gets 1, gets 2. Naposki lays it back inside the 22. Colson Warner comes to collect this one. They're fighting for possession. Jack Weldon gets in there and has been knocked on by D-Block Santa Rosa.
That was Sagare in there. There was actually 2 or 3 players that had a crack at that ball. Mau Sagare. Seaman. And heavily involved so far. A bigger player. Very difficult to shift off the ball when he gets on top of it.
Crouch.
Yeah, such an imposing side, this Santa Rosa team.
Guys, bind on the hooker.
So good with ball in hand, stronger defense as well. USA under 23.
Set.
Look for Lucas Lecamp. He's been their star with ball in hand right now. So fast off the mark. He goes on the outside. See you later. Keep the change. Lucas Lecamp, the 20-year-old, touches down. The response from USA under 23.
He says, I'm just going to do it on my own. He's from Hong Kong. He's playing in the Saracens Academy as well. And talk about the acceleration from the young man. He just stood him up, and 0 to 10. I doubt there's a player on the field today that's as quick as he is.
Tremendous talent. Played with Peyton Wall and Donovan Law in New Zealand for the high school All-Americans. He's come through the system. There's Colson Warner, Lindenwood Lion University player. Adds the extras and locks us up at 7 apiece. Excellent response here from the USA under 23 side.
As we look at this try from a camp, little stand up and then little stutter step, like the little goose step. He threw a couple goose in a row, and there was a gander as he sprinted across the goal line.
He's been watching Wasali Sarobi at the Hong Kong Sevens for many years. There's Lucas Lecamp. His father played there in '93 at the World Cup for Hong Kong. Deep kick to Santa Rosa, and the pressure comes flying in as well. Mike Matarazzo comes in and forces the turnover.
Stay there. Step, guys, step.
Matarazzo picked up in the inaugural draft with Rugby ATL. They go short. Law getting involved there too. Colson Warner, a little trick play. Want to get things going. Jack Wendling, at first receiver. Lecamp sets it away to Naposki. Naposki drifts across field looking for a switch from Still. Good strong tackle on Naposki on the far side. He just inches away from the touchline. Lecamp shifts it across. Better stuff here. Wendling decides to cut back in. Gets it to Lecamp again. Good skills from Lecamp. And Warner! What passing! It's still available for Donovan Law. Watch this man go, the 19-year-old. Law drops down the hard shoulder. Doesn't step this time. Gives away a penalty in the end.
Ball's got to release from your hands.
That was a big collision on the outside. Law looked like he'd committed the defender. There was an unmarked man outside of him.
Well, it's 7 each. They could have just gone to halftime if they wanted to, but they're going to play the line out on D block Santa Rosa. You're right, there was a number at wide there. Just held on. Small moments in the game with big impacts. So final play of the first half, tied up at 7 apiece here. USA under 23 side looking for their first victory here at Rugby Town Sevens. Our 9th annual tournament. Prize money of $10,000 for the winner on Sunday. So here they come. Kalanasau fires back to the forwards. It's 3-on-2 there. Seru. Seru gets a lovely little switch into Rasalika. Here they come still with Nale. Oh, Jerome Nale is nailed back by Law. Sugata. Masu Sugata at a standing start. Offers a little switch to Hoover. To play it down for Santa Rosa. So 6 against 7. But they have the Pildas. Josh Seru. Seru fighting against Warner. Throws a no-look over the top. How does it sit up? It sits up initially well for the USA side, but Mara says it's a penalty for D-block Santa Rosa.
Looks like we've got a bit of cramp happening here in the backfield. But just, it almost looks slow motion sometimes with the side. They're just trying to lure you out of that defensive line. Just pick any weak shoulder. They have a lot of patience, as we see, going to the sideline. Try score another Bale.
Time is off.
So here comes Santa Rosa. Final play of this first half. They come back and Gioni Mathawa cuts in. Fresh legs. Gioni Mathawa gets the offload away beautifully. Support runners from Seru. They keep it alive. Dummy there over the top. Sugata 5 meters out. Lecamp makes a strong tackle. Kalinisar's lurking on the left-hand side. They tap and go quickly. There's numbers on the left-hand side. And so they go straight forward, 5 meters out, looking for the line. Josh Seru! He's got...
I think we've got trouble here as well. They definitely worked back 10, so not only are they going to concede 5, but they're going to get a bin, and LeCamp will spend a couple minutes in the bin for not retreating 10 meters.
Big moment in the game here as we close out the first half. A strong carry there from Josh Seru.
Time is up.
This kick to put the half-time score at 14 points to 7. They went 2 minutes over.
Not that way.
Very tiring stuff here in the three-day tournament. Jerome Nale pops this one over. 14 points. So in picture, Bulabanaka to you if you're tuning in from the islands of Fiji, or any of the 50 countries who are watching this record broadcast. It's day 1 of the 2021 Rugby Town Sevens, and we're into match 20 of 28 for this first day. 14-7, team on the left lead. D block Santa Rosa as Kalinisar goes deep to the USA under-23 side. Racing back there is Colson Warner, and the ball goes towards the touchline, and it's a dangerous line out coming up.
How about the experience to Kalinisar there? Notices nobody at the back and says, with our defense, you can try and fight out 5 out from your goal line.
It's cunning, the old fox, is Osia, nicknamed Oscar. Big throw here for Colson Warner, the 23-year-old. Playing next year with Rugby ATL, Major League Rugby 2, Law in the front. That's great work. Stab through here is LeCamp. Thought he had a yellow card, maybe not. Here comes little dummy there from Nale. Jerome Nale does well to fight, to keep his feet. Kalinisar with him. Sugata lifts it away. Another big step there from Seru. Seru again! Seru right near the line. He reaches, he's over! Like a lamppost, Josh Seru gets try number 3 for D-Block Santa Rosa.
And picks up his second try. He's so dangerous. He's a tall man. Once he gets that ball out, he starts waving defenders, and he waves the gap right open. Good defense at the end, but that tall timber's going to fall across the white chalk every single time. Santa Rosa looking very good to start the second half.
Big Josh Seru. Used to be a ballroom dancer, and he hurt too many people, so they pushed him out to the field, and there he is, doing his stuff on the rugby field now. 2 extras added. 21 points to 7 right now. Well marshaled by Osia Kalinisar. Captain Courageous, as he's known. Played with the Houston Sabercats in MLR. His son is watching this broadcast right now. Kicked over and knocked on, so an opportunity here for the USA under-23 side.
Okay, thank you.
Usalevu almost got his hands to that ball in stride. Now, under-23s, they're going to have to do something here.
Yeah. Captain. Be the captain. Right.
Team made of college students, standouts, crossover athletes, and professional rugby players. 10 of them have been in the USA Pathway system. All eyes on which of these youngsters will stand up and further their career in rugby, particularly in the game of sevens. One of these is David Still. He's got tremendous speed, has Still. He's been well contained, though. Tries to flick it back in the field of play.
It's been touched. Sexy, though. Been touched. No quick.
He's got a lot of speed, and he's only been playing rugby for 7 months, so that's going to be one of the things he learns here, is that first move needs to be into the inside to freeze the defender and go to the outside. At the moment, he's just trying around the corner. And when you're a younger player, once you come up against guys that have a lot more speed than you can't gauge that from that far away.
No, so well said there, James Patterson. Nale played in the World 10 Series. Strong set piece. They loop around here, short ball, great angle. Flying in there, tremendous speed to Vita Salato. Remember his name from previous years. Osia Kalinisar turns it back in to Nale. Flicks it to Rasalika. Rasalika, oh, ball in one hand, he caught it back again.
In the tackle, that was knocked though.
That was in the tackle, that's right. I was wondering if referee Mara would get that.
I think he was just so impressed that he actually caught his own knock on. You almost wonder what to do. They teach you in sevens to tackle the ball, but when you can't actually jump and reach the ball, where are you supposed to tackle?
Well, particularly a lot of these players are, as you said, so tall, able to keep the ball in one hand. Great skill. USA under 23.
Bind.
So Kalinisau leaving, led his side so well to a 21-7 lead. Looking for their third victory in their pool. LeCamp fires their way to Still. Like his name suggests, Still at a standing start, goes on the outside, that's that speed. Gets on the jet shoes and the afterburners. Wow, this guy's cold. He's ice cold when he gets it on the outside. David Still, another sparkling try from the 22-year-old.
Goes back to Jonah Lomu rugby days. The video game, the first time you try and tap the accelerator on the outside, second time you throw on the fend, and the fend created the separation for him to get that really long stride length going. He's deceptively fast, good field awareness, brilliant individual try. We've seen 2 of them from him today.
Well, he said his mom told him he can't come home until he has a Rugby World Cup Olympic gold medal, so he's really working his way there with this tremendous effort on the outside.
Good work and good awareness, knowing where that chasing defender is.
Ball kicked up to Santa Rosa.
Forward. I went forward.
So an opportunity here for the under-23s. Perhaps a little bit of fatigue setting in later in the day. Day 1 here at the Rugby Town Sevens. And with 2 minutes left, stranger things have happened in sevens.
They certainly have. We've seen young USA sides, the Collegiate All-Americans, the USA Falcons, have come good in this tournament in the past. We've had 6 champions in 8 years here at the Rugby Town Sevens. All-Americans won in 2013, the Falcons in 2012 and 2014. Great development vehicle for USA Sevens. So back to the live action we go. Colson Warner to feed this.
Crouch.
1 minute 30 to go in the clock. 21-12 the score.
Need that bind, in there, bind.
Warner.
You held him in.
Yeah, that was pretty sneaky there. See on the replay, there's a reason he was in space with no defenders around him. Prop actually held in the defender.
Very sneaky stuff indeed. Sam Walsh goes back to sweep. D-block Santa Rosa. A huge dummy thrown in midfield. Now they go through Jerome Nale, the thief, and that's why he's called the thief. He has it all. This youngster from Suba in Fiji, 21-year-old Jerome Nale.
He tore up in the World 10 Series. You can understand why. I mean, you could sell ice to an Eskimo with a dummy like that. That's something pretty special. He had his back completely turned to the defense. Looks like he's going to throw the big wide pass. I mean, he's got eyes in the back of his head as well. He knew it was going to come off.
At training this week, Osia Kalinisau said, watch this young kid, Jerome Nale. And he's certainly always smiling, the superstar on the team. Still needs to practice his kicking, but it doesn't matter. He punches in. A great score for his team. They victorious, 26 points to 12 against the USA under-23 side. And D-block Santa Rosa remain unbeaten from 3.